Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the July meeting of the Town of Carmel Zoning Board of Appeals. We have 5 members today. We usually have 7. So under the way we're configured today, we will need 4 votes in favor for something to pass. So if you want to have your application put over to the August meeting, let us know. If you'd rather have a full board or more than the 5. That's your option that I will give to you. The way this works is we call your case. Please keep yourself socially distant. You will sign in up at the podium. You will use the microphone. You could talk right into it. If you need to walk around, I don't see with this agenda if anyone's going to be walking around, but if you need to, there's another mic up there that you could use. Just turn it on. We need to hear you, and the people at home need to hear you, so please talk right into the microphone. We'll call your case, we'll hear your application, we'll ask if there's any input from anyone from the public. We will close your case, we will go through all the cases, and then we will vote at the end, once all the public hearings are closed. So that's how we'll do it. So let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. If we'd all rise, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Number 1 is a holdover application, the application of Michael Frassone for a variation of section 156-15, seeking permission to install above-ground pool in front yard with 6-foot fence. The property is located at 120 Cross Hill Road, Mahopac, New York, and is known as tax map 74.42-1-16. Anyone here coming up?
How are you?
State your name.
Michael Frescone?
Okay, raise your right hand. You promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Okay. All right, tell us what you're here for.
I want to put a pool in the side of my house
Okay.
and a 6-foot fence.
And that 6-foot fence is for around the pool?
It's around that
That area?
section of the yard. Yeah.
Okay. And do you have any other land available that you could purchase to help with the variance that you're looking for?
I do not.
Okay, and it's a corner property?
Yes.
Okay. You're looking for a 2-foot variance for the fence, and then you have a 22-foot variance for the front yard. That's
Yes.
out of 25. That's a pretty substantial variance that you're looking for. It's probably like 80% or something, or 88, something to that effect. Is there any way you could reconfigure where it's going to be to help us out there?
No, because on the other side of my house, I'm close to my neighbor, and I have a huge oak tree on that side. And then behind my house, I'm even closer to the people behind me.
And what size pool are you putting in?
It's either a 15-foot round or an 18-foot round.
Okay. Would you need less of a variance if you were using the 15-foot?
What? I don't understand.
So if it's 15-foot around, it's smaller than an 18-foot.
Yeah.
So would you need less of a variance? If you
Well, that whole section would still have to get fenced in, that whole
I understand the
side
fence.
of the house.
I'm thinking more about the variance for the front yard, the 22 feet that you're looking for.
Yeah, I guess if it's a smaller pool, it would be
It
a
would be
smaller
less.
variance, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll open up to the board. Rose, you want to start?
I have a concern because this fence could obstruct the view of people trying to make the turn. So I'd like to see this fence brought in more. So it may involve moving the pool over more and then moving the fence over.
Well, the fence would be inside the hedges, so there's a whole line of hedges that go along. This is on Toplin. I don't know if you're familiar with that
I
area.
was there.
Yeah, so it would be on the inside of those hedges, so you wouldn't see the fence from the road.
Okay.
Only I would see the fence.
Is there any way we can move this in a little more?
No, because that side of my house, then I have an entrance to get into my basement. So the
Okay.
pool would be too close to the entrance of the side of my house.
What if you moved it back, or some way move it off a little bit more? Is there any way?
No, I don't think so.
What if you made the pool less wide? If you got a 12-foot?
I don't know if they even make them that small. I think this is from GNR Pools. I think they said the minimum would be 15 feet.
Well, there must be some way you could work with us on this. Move it over 2 feet somehow?
Move it over closer to my house, 2
Yeah.
feet?
2 feet. Because it seems like there's quite a distance from the pool to your house.
Well, I don't know the exact measurements of how, I guess if I went with a 15-foot, I could probably go a little bit closer to my house,
Okay?
but then I just have a unusable space between the fence and the pool on the Topland side.
Is the pool right next to the fence?
It would be, yes.
Because this picture doesn't reflect that.
Yeah,
Looks
that
like
was,
this-
at that time, this goes back to, I think, March, when I first came for this. And at that time, I was going with an oval pool. But when I spoke to GNR about it, they said that process would be just too difficult and way too much money. I think they wanted double the price for an oval pool as a round pool. So there was some confusion with the pricing back when I was getting this price between the oval and the round pools. That's why I decided to go with a round instead of an oval.
So we're working with a survey here that isn't accurate.
Well, if it helps, I would just put the oval then.
What's the width of an oval versus a round?
I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. I don't think it's that much different. It's just it's double the money than the round because ovals are not common.
Okay.
Round is a common pool. But as far as the width, I think it's the same thing. Just the oval goes straight
back.
more.
I thought it would be more narrow, an oval.
No, the oval comes in a minimum size.
Right.
As far as width. So I believe the minimum for oval is 18 feet, which would be the same as the 18-foot round.
And you'll still maintain your hedges after the fence goes up?
Oh, yeah, I maintain my whole property.
No other questions?
John?
Yeah, Phil, we, had a chance because of the variance. We wanted to go by. I did look at it myself. I was over there with Chairman Maxwell at the Frascones home, and it's well-maintained property. The house, what you probably don't see on that survey is the house abuts that lot 5 behind him off of Topland. That's very close behind him in the back. On the side, he mentioned a very large specimen oak tree. It is immense diameter on that, and it takes up the whole yard. There's a lot of value to that tree because it's healthy, it's in good shape, and there's really no other place to insert that pool, install it, other than the right-hand side of that property. So I see what you're up against, and I believe you do have room there to make that happen. The evergreen ilex you're going to maintain are already there. And I don't believe there's any problem with cars now, seeing cars coming down Topland making turns. So that's the mood issue. Your fence is going to be inside of that,
Right.
closer to your pool. You might be able to adjust the pool when you lay it out to give the maximum amount of distance for the variance. If you get an oval, whatever, it's a 12, 15-foot oval, or an 18-foot oval, and you can maybe adjust it towards the house as much as possible so you can have the pool. But I was out there, I visited that. That is really the only spot to put the pool there for your, for your family to use.
Right.
And was there any neighbors in here on this application?
Those are my neighbors.
We'll find out.
Okay, so you're going to do that later? Your neighbors? You going to use the pool? Okay, all right. Yeah.
You're supposed to ask him, and
I'm asking.
he's under oath.
You're under oath, that's right, Michael, excuse me, Phil.
Yeah,
When you go to lay it out, we may just have a condition where it would be, as far situated, closer to your house to allow for the least amount of variance, that we'd have to grant for the pool,
okay.
okay? I mean, that's all I can say. I have no further questions, Phil.
Julie?
No questions.
Bill?
No questions.
Okay, I'd ask now if anyone from the public would like to be heard on this application. Come on up. That's your cue. Right, but you don't have nothing to say about this? Okay. All right, so no one from the public wants to be heard. I'll take a motion.
Motion to close the public
Second.
hearing?
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
Did you say that I signed this paper?
Yeah, just put your name up. Okay, application number 2, application of Thomas Pericelli for a variation of section 156-15, seeking permission to install above-ground pool and shed. The property is located at 205 Oak Road West, Mahopac, New York, and is known as tax map number 63.82-1-40. Come on up. Okay, raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
All right, state your name and address for the record, please.
Thomas Paracelli, 205 Oak Road West, Mahopac, New York.
Okay, pull the mic up closer to you so everyone could hear you. Okay, what are you looking to do, Thomas?
Put a 15-foot round pool in my backyard, and on the side of the house, a 8-by-10 shed.
Okay, so you're looking for a variance on the side of 8 feet, a variance in the rear of 8 feet, and a variance on the side of 9 feet, almost a total amount on the, they're all 10-foot setbacks that you need. Is there any land around in the area that you could buy to help get you more in conformity?
No.
Okay. I'll open up for questions. Bill?
Are you on septic and well?
What was that?
Are you on septic and well?
No.
Okay. How big is this pool?
15-foot round. The smallest one I could get.
I have no other question.
Julie?
No questions.
John?
Yeah, hi, Tom, this photo here, is this your fence?
No, that's my next-door neighbor's fence.
This is your backyard, that's your neighbor, right? The white buffed
Yeah.
vinyl fence, that's your neighbor's.
It's my
It's not
neighbor's
yours.
fence, yes.
And this area is where you want the 15 round, right
Yes.
here. And you can't shift that any closer to your house? Can you shift it?
I think it's only 7 feet from my house now, where I'm
Okay.
putting it.
And where's the shed right here?
Right where that stuff is.
Right where the wood is?
There, yeah, where the wood is, I put can you see the white wire fence on the floor?
Yes.
That would be the layout of the shed. Approximately, I put the fencing up so you could see where the
What size is the shed?
8 foot by 10 foot. The fencing would be approximately.
You gonna bring any
shed size.
electricity into the shed?
No.
I have no further questions,
Okay.
thank you.
Rose?
These are significant variances. Is there any way you can bring them in? The shed, can you bring it in maybe 2 more feet? Can you bring in the pool 2 more feet on either side? It's just, I hate to see a pool 2 feet from a property line, or a shed for that matter. Is there any way you can bring them in?
I could bring the shed in another foot. It would be I'd have to move it back against the pool. because there's a gate on the fence.
If you move the shed
Yeah.
a foot in, then you're gonna be,
I'd have to move it more into the property than back against the pool. I'm not sure where I would be able to put a door to open the shed.
how about the pool? Can the pool shift at all?
Not really. It's the way I have it set. If you could see, it's the picture there, because I cut the grass out so you could see where I'm planning on putting it. Is that the picture I took, or?
This one?
Yes. There's a patio that's there, and
Rose.
it would put it either against the house or in the patio.
All right, no other questions?
Okay, anyone from the public want to be heard on this application? I'll take a motion.
Motion to close the public hearing?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Got some tight pools today. Okay, application number 3, application of Bernard and Mary Cotter for a variation of section 156-15, seeking permission to retain existing shed. The property is located at 6 Richard Street, Mahopac, New York, and is known as tax map number 85.12-1-47. Good evening. You raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So help me God, yes.
Okay, let me have your name and address, please.
My name is Bernard Cotter. I reside at 6 Richard Street, Mahopac, New York.
Okay, what are you looking to do here?
I had taken down a wooden frame shed 8 years ago, and I put up a lifetime plastic shed, and I didn't know that I needed a building permit for it. In reference, I was also told that I needed a variance because of where the shed was when I bought the house in '93 is where the new one is now, but I needed a variance. I guess the people prior never did that.
And you're looking for just about half,
Correct, sir.
give or take. Okay, Rose, you have any questions?
Why is it coming up now?
Why is it coming up now?
Yeah, are you selling,
What
or-
happened was, a neighbor had complained about grass clippings, shavings, where they were being placed, and, what's his name, Dennis?
Yep.
Went over to speak to my neighbor, and then my neighbor said that, well, the other guy does it too. So then when Dennis came over, he noticed the shed and all that. Then I called him, he left his number, and I said, oh, I didn't know, I'll straighten out whatever I gotta do.
Okay, no other questions?
John?
That's the shed, right, with the 2 skylights?
Correct.
Nice.
It basically just, it's a pool storage chemical, that's all it is.
Right.
That's basically.
How is the clock powered?
Huh?
There's a clock on
My
that.
battery, you like that?
Yeah, it's nice. No further questions, Phil.
Julie? Bill?
No question.
And there's no other land that you could purchase to help get you in conformity, sir?
No, sir. Basically, I just took down what was there and put back one in its place, if I'm making sense.
All right.
And where it was situated was perfect for the pool supplies, if you want to call it.
Sure. Okay, anyone from the public want to be heard on this application? No, I'll take I'll take a motion.
Motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right. Application number 4, application of Pedro Tejada for a variation of section 156-15, seeking permission to install above-ground pool 6 feet from rear property line. The property is located at 98 Circle Road, Mahopac, New York, and is known as tax map number 74.42-1-8. Can you raise your right hand, please? Promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes. I do.
Okay, what is your name and address, please?
My name is Kevin Cohen, on behalf of E. James Sons for the homeowners,
Okay, and what business is that?
the pool company.
Okay, tell us what you're looking to do.
So we're looking to do a pool in the backyard. There's a 10-foot rear setback, but there's we're going to be 6 feet away because there's an existing deck that comes out, and there's really nowhere else to put the pool because of the well on the left side, to be within that 10-foot setback, so we're asking for 4 feet.
And it's an above-ground pool?
Yes,
And what's the size?
16 by 27.
All right, it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a normal.
So
size.
closer to the mic if you can.
It's
so
a,
we
it's
can
a
hear.
normal size.
Okay. Is there any land in the area that could be purchased to help get in conformity?
No, the rear property line is actually beyond this. There's a, it's not a property to purchase. It's an easement, I believe.
Okay.
Are they the power lines behind them?
Yeah, if you,
Okay.
I mean, it's a ways back there, but,
But that's all power line property?
exactly.
Rose, you could continue if you have any questions.
No questions?
John?
Yeah, on the layout, it looks like it's a kidney-shaped pool, but you said that's an above-ground,
Yes,
and it's kidney-shaped?
yes.
And it's not underneath those lines, the power lines?
No, I mean, it's probably 40 to 50 feet away from the actual lines.
Are you putting a deck around it?
Yeah, so there eventually either patio up to it or a deck. But for now, it's just going to be the pool.
But the variance is on the back end of it, on the rear?
Right, it wouldn't be on the end, closer to the house.
No further questions.
Okay. Julie?
No questions.
Bill?
No question.
All right. Does anyone from the public want to be heard on this application? I'll listen for a motion.
Motion to close the public hearing?
Second?
So moved?
And second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Application number 5, the last application of the night. Application of Eric Pfisterer and Suzanne Papsy for a variation of section 156-15, seeking permission to construct front deck. The property is located at 214 North Road, Mayapack, New York, and is known as tax map number 63.82-1-54. Promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay, state your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Eric Pfister. I'm at 214 North Road, Mahopac, New York.
Okay, what are you looking to do today?
Looking to put a 8-foot by 21-foot deck on the front of my house.
So you're looking for a variance on the side of a little over 4 feet and a variance in the front of 8 feet?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Is there any land that you could purchase to help get you in conformity?
No.
Bill, you have any questions?
I have no questions.
Julie?
No.
John?
Yeah, it looks well laid out. No questions.
Rose?
No questions.
Great. Anyone from the public want to be heard on this application? Anybody have a motion?
Motion to close the public hearing?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, do we want to take a break?
I don't think we need to.
We don't need to take a break.
Everybody signed in?
Yep. All right, so let's go through this then. Application number 1, Michael Frassone. Can I get a motion?
Motion to accept.
Do I have a second? Should we take roll call? We'll do roll call. Bill?
In favor?
Julie?
In favor.
John?
In favor?
Rose?
For the motion?
For the motion, unanimous. Thank you. Application number 2, Thomas Pericelli. Can I get a motion?
Motion to accept.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Roll call. Rose?
For the motion?
John?
For the motion.
Julie?
For.
Bill?
For the motion.
I'm for the motion also. Application's passed. Application number 3, Bernard and Mary Cotter. Can I get a motion?
Motion to grant?
Second, someone?
I second the motion.
Okay. Roll call vote. Rose?
For the motion?
John?
For the motion.
Julie?
For.
Bill?
For the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Number 4, Pedro Tejada. Can I get a motion?
Motion to grant?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Last application, Eric Pfisterer and Suzanne Papsy. Can I get a motion?
Motion to accept.
Who wants the second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Last, minutes of June 25th, 2020. Can I get a motion?
Motion to accept.
Second?
Okay, a second from Rose. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next meeting is August 27th. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Be careful. Be safe. And thank you to Greg and Mike for watching.